Google is leaning into artificial intelligence with its newest releases. The Google Pixel 8 and Pixel 8 Pro feature photo and video enhancements, all powered by AI. The Pixel 8 starts at $699, and the Pixel 8 Pro begins at $999. So for more on this, I want to bring in Lisa Eadicicco. She is a senior mobile editor for CNET. I'm glad you're here. All right, so I want to talk about this. Okay, so you have with you, what, the Google Pixel 8?
Yes, Pixel 8 and Pixel 8 Pro.
Okay. Show us the features that you can show us. I think you can show us most of them, right? What's new about these phones?
Yeah, absolutely. So the big new thing this year is AI. There's a lot of new AI-powered features, and where you really see that the most is in the photo editing tools that come on these new phones. So there's a new feature, for example, called Best Take. So if you have a group photo and there's that one person that always closes their eyes, the idea here is that if you take a bunch of the same picture in a row, Google can look and find that one picture where their eyes might be open and let you replace their face in one image.
What?
It's kind of like a face swapping tool, I guess, if that's the easiest way to understand it.
That's cool.
Absolutely. And then another cool new feature is Magic Editor, which essentially lets you move people and objects around in a photo. It lets you enlarge things as well. So this is more than just, adjusting the lighting or touching up a photo. This is kind of changing what's actually in the photo to a degree, which is something that we haven't really seen that often in tools that are right on the phone. Yeah,
like you might be able to find an app that does that sort of thing, but I love to take photos on my iPhone, and I have like 17 different photo editing apps because they don't all do the same thing really well. You know what I mean? So what about the Pro? How is that different than the regular model?
Yeah, the biggest differences with the Pro are the bigger screen, of course. You also get an extra camera. You get a zoom lens on the Pro, which you don't get on the smaller phone. But the Pro also has a temperature sensor this time around, which is a bit different from what we're used to seeing in smartphones. And Google says this is mostly for measuring things like a cup of water or a cup of coffee. And I can actually show you how this works now.
Oh, that's why you asked for the cup of water.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So there's actually an app on the phone called Thermometer. So I'm just going to open that now. And then if I...
Can you turn it towards the camera?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, there you go.
So I'm going to change. You can select which material you're going to measure. So I'm selecting beverages and water. And then I just tap to measure. And yeah, it says that this is about 76 degrees Fahrenheit.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Now, I have to admit, I don't know when I would really use that.
Yes.
But I like it because it's really cool, and sometimes that's good enough for me.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the issue is that it is cool and nice to have, but I don't think anyone's going to rush out and buy this phone specifically for the temperature sensor.
Right. But so what's behind Google's really sort of leaning into AI?
Yeah, so AI is the big tech buzzword of the year. We've really been seeing this as a big trend throughout the industry ever since last year when ChatGPT really kind of came into the scene. So Google's strategy here is really to bake AI into all of its products. And we saw that at Google I/O with things like Gmail, which can help you write an email and draft a blog post and things like that. But now we're seeing how it's showing up in its phones for the first time, which is really interesting. And for phones, it's really the camera that seems to be the big way that Google is incorporating AI into its products.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, how often do we use the camera for so many different things?
Exactly.
Wow, that's really interesting. Lisa, thank you very much.
Of course, thanks for having me.